trace where everybody's been. It feels like we're going backwards to go forward. Is that what's needed?
Well, I think so. I think that the approach that you're going to see moving forward, and we're going to have, I think this is a realistic approach. You're going to have the testing is still getting better. We have more. It's getting faster. There's more assets to it. You're going to have the antibody testing coming online soon. And then you're going to have the virus chasers. This is, the terminology that I like to use. These are people that are going to get trained, and they're going to do contact the virus chasers. Because as soon as the prevalence gets stable and you have communities where you have isolated cases here and there, the virus chasers can go and find out who they came into contact with, do the fast testing, isolate those people, and that's going to mitigate a lot of the resurgence that you will see in the future. So I think that if you look at some of the models that are happening in countries that are coming out of this is one tool that they're using very effectively, and indeed is going to be the way to open up and get back to normal.
All right, Dr. Bose, with you, I'd like to start with the first of our viewer questions. We're going to do some questions answered now. And it's on topic, too. This is video from Mark, who sent in this question. Let's watch together.
Will this new antibody test reflect anyone who is asymptomatic?
It
Dr.
should.
Bose?
So what happens is if you catch the coronavirus, your immune system reacts, and it reacts in a couple of ways. It releases IgM antibodies and IgG antibodies. So you'll hear those terms down the road. So IgM is in the acute phase of illness. That goes away. But the IgG antibodies last. And it's thought that that's what confers immunity. So you can have IgG antibodies whether you've been infected and are heavily symptomatic. And what I'm hoping across America is a lot of us were exposed and we have the IgG antibodies and we didn't know we were sick or we weren't that sick. So to answer your question, I'm hoping the answer is yes.
All right, I want to get to this question now. Todd P. writes, I had COVID-19 and recovered. How long after the symptoms are gone am I contagious? Dr. Manny?
Well, typically we say that the contagion is in that phase, typically 14 days all the way to 21 days, and in some cases. Ooh. But after a period, then you're not contagious anymore. You have to be careful because there's a lot of anecdotal reports out there that people say, well, people that were sick and recover, that get retested are turning out positive. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're contagious because there's going to be remnants of that, that RNA, if you will, that particle of that virus still brewing around your body, but it doesn't mean that you're contagious. So after a reasonable period, whether it's 14 days, 21 days, if you want to be ultra conservative, the likelihood of you being contagious is very unlikely.
All right, I'd like to get to Terry S., who has a question that we can watch together. And Dr. Bose, this one will be for you.
Okay.
My question is, will hydrogen peroxide kill the coronavirus?
Hi, Terry. That's a great question. I mean, it's a novel virus. We're learning more. But what's interesting is, in some ways, it's a very wimpy virus, it seems, that, a couple drops of Purell kill it, a good hand wash kills it. So I think hydrogen peroxide will kill it, but I think it's a little overkill. I don't think we need to do that. I'll tell you why. For instance, when we see wounds in the emergency room, all we do is we rinse that with good old water or saline, because hydrogen peroxide is strong. It kills bacteria, it kills viruses, but it's too strong. It'll go in that healing wound and it'll kill the healing tissue as well, and it'll stop the healing. So I don't think we necessarily need hydrogen peroxide, just soap, water on the hands, and following the rules.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting question, too, because if you've tried to buy alcohol or hand sanitizer recently, it can feel like an uphill journey with flip-flops. I mean, it's hard to find some of those things now. So that question may have come up, too, not just about the strength, Dr. Bose, but also just about, well, what can I get my hands on that I might have already had in the house? But anyway, thank you so very much for taking those questions. It's so helpful. Appreciate your expertise, Dr. Manny, Dr. Bose. Thank you.